here we go. Arbiter says go, and it's the pawn.
It's with it for the win in this one. And this was a move that you suggested, David, on this a bit of a semi-win there for you. And James move.
Look at that, all the ideas coming together.
Gotta get E4 in now next. Come on.
Your move next,
Hikaru,
Tanya.
you have to do it.
It takes 3 of us to equal 1 Hikaru Nakamura.
G6. Oh, G6 is a bishop D4, but there's E5.
Yeah. So already some immediate attacks. White's knight, White's bishop are teaming up, double teaming this black pawn, which could be defended, probably should be defended. As Vidit said, G6 looks like the most natural one. And then let's see it. Let's see your move, Tanya, E4.
I want to see it happen. I'm feeling very left out of this party, you know. You've got F4 in, you've got the C pawn, the knight in. I need my move to appear.
Yeah, how rude would it be of Hikaru not to include you?
You know, there's a...
Okay, now or never. Is it going to happen?
Can I show a tactic?
Yes.
Like a simple one, but
Please.
E4 takes knight E4, and if bishop F4, of course. Rook F4.
I see.
I mean, never gonna happen in million years.
But see, this is why E4 has to happen. And look at that. You take the knight, the queen X ring, the black queen, queen takes queen. Thank you very much. Game over. Love it.
In a dream world, this can happen. But
And unfortunately, it will remain a dream.
Oh.
As you can see, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, the live position, as we flip back to it, it's the bishop that comes out instead.
do you play E5 or do you move the bishop yourself? That's the question.
Yeah. And yeah,
I think E5 has to be good.
E5 before White can strike. Normally the first 2 strikes is doing quite well. Just to point out that the knight is hit, and you don't want to move that knight because there's a problem with your rook, which gets trapped. So there is an early pitfall here for Hikaru to try and set for Fabiano. E5 just looks so healthy though. No?
1 minute advantage, by the way, for Hikaru already.
And that's a lot with this time format. The players start with only 5 minutes on the clock. And it's only a 2-second increment, which is barely any time to build on.
Yeah, we always talk about how obviously starting with less time, it definitely can make things a bit more messy, but it's usually about the increment and the fact that you really don't have an option to build back a bank, as we've seen in other time controls. Okay, bishop does come out. That was one of the 2 options that Vidit had laid out for us.
I
Push
don't
that
like
pawn.
it. I don't like it. Like, it's not principle. I think E5 felt more principle.
Ooh, and now a second bishop move.
Knight E3? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the move you wanted to play with White was pawn to E4, but it might have been a pawn sacrifice in some lines. So Hikaru choosing not to calculate, but now the White knights both in front of pawns looks ugly.
What do you do now? Actually, Knight D1 might be the best move.
And he plays it.
What?
Oh, he realizes it, and a bit of a shake of his head there.
Of course, Knight D1.
If I were Fabi, do I just offer the draw, bring the bishop back out at that point, and say I'm already down a minute on the clock, let's go to game 2?
It does take a lot to admit that you've just made a mistake. I think Hikaru showing class that, you know, he immediately realized that's not where he wants the knight and then comes back. Because sometimes it's a very
Ooh.
difficult thing to do. Whoa, this is blowing up.
Why did he play G5? Because the bishop on B1 was completely blocked.
Yeah.
And strategically, I don't like this at all now. Now White's moves are easy. He'll play E4, G4, like many options.
Yeah, but all the pieces have just moved back. It's like Hikaru setting up for the next freestyle game.
Yeah, but
No, but this was a big mistake by Fabi, in my opinion. G5 is a serious positional error.
All of the white pieces were stuck. That white knight was stuck. Now it looks beautiful. And you can never really trade it off, that white knight, because it just gets replaced by a very powerful pawn. Fabi
Serious
getting a bit
mistake.
impatient.
Serious mistake.
David, can you do a slow or a quick action replay of what just happened there?
Yeah, so this was the position. Fabiano is in great shape, very healthy. He could, for example, have, I don't know, pushed a pawn in the center. He could have moved his dark squared bishop out, got castled. Instead, he blew things open, which is great news for this white knight on the right side, which is a bit blocked, a bit dead. As Vidit said, the white light squared bishop as well stuck. All of White's pieces are a bit tied up, but pawn to G5 is trying to land a fork. It wants to double attack this white bishop, white knight, this pawn, but instead it allows the white knight forward. We saw a trade of pawns, and although White is retreating a bishop, it looks like Hikaru now very active with one powerful knight, one very strong piece, and ready to occupy the center soon.
Do you play knight to G5, hoping to capture the pawn on E4?
Ooh, that's sneaky.
It is the best move.
Yeah, 2 knights can occupy that square, though.
He will go for it. He goes... He had both knights could have jumped there, right? So it was a decision as to which one he wanted to bring.
Instead of G4, I like knight H4. That seemed nicer. But g4 is a bit... now, you can play knight h3 and take the bishop as well.
Taking inspiration from Magnus, knight
Yeah.
h3.
Actually, that might have been the best move.
First pawns will fall, though.
Okay, now knight h3, you move the bishop, so of course... I don't like en passant, the illegal move is not a good move.
There's been a lot of illegality in this specific matchup.
I mean, it's also a streamer's favorite move, and you know who's playing right now.
Yeah, but he wasn't the one who did it. He was the one who basically said to Fabi, please take me. And
Oh, this is horrible for black. Horrible. Like, white's knight comes to e3, d4, long castle.
the clock as well.
Every single positional advantage white has.
Fabi was better with nearly level time. Now he's 2 minutes down and with a worse position. And that's in the space of 4 moves.
I'm very surprised how Fabi has played. Maybe he'll play bishop h5, try to play knight f3, stop castling.
What is this rook move?
I don't know.
Is he trying to line up the queen on that file, just trying to...
Maybe he wants to move the knight
pressure?
and play e6.
Yeah, but the 2 knights are super strong now for white.
I guess he'll move the knight now on e6.
You could also bring it forward and start targeting. He first
Oh,
slides
no.
the...
Uh-oh.
Long castle. Okay, now it's... Yeah, it's too bad.
It's all gone wrong for Fabiano Caruana, who has only 1 minute 16 on his clock. All of white's pieces very, very active now.
That white knight could jump forward, I was just about to say, and start targeting the black rook from that 8-6 square. Running out of squares, we are, if you're black.
This is also a very good move, actually. I did not see it.
Yeah, and as the position gets worse for Fabi, the options get better for Hikaru. Hard to make a bad move here.
Do you play bishop h5 and kind of force knight to h6?
Maybe, maybe.
That would be his best option.
Yeah, what else? It just looks so clumsy now for black. Like, oh,
Ah,
back with his queen where it came
No,
from.
that doesn't feel good at all.
Just lost 2 full moves, Fabiano Caruana.
And all the time on the clock as well, while doing it, because moves are so difficult to make. But he needed a square for his rook.
Knight h6 and long castle?
Yeah,
Why not?
it's very healthy. You probably start with this knight just because the black bishop could otherwise pin you to a white rook on d1.
Yeah.
That-
Go long castle? Oh, bishop e3.
It is still delaying the castle.
But I like this. Brings the bishop into the game.
Oh,
More pieces moving back.
everyone's going backwards.
Other than the white pieces.
That's true. You're right. Sorry. Yeah. The entire black position, though, now rests on 3 total ranks.
He could start pushing the d pawn as well, up the center of the board, destabilizing the other black knight.
The only question is whether this is as bad for Fabiano as Hikaru's positions were in the previous 2 games. Because he needs to take some inspiration there. Hikaru saved those 2 horrible positions in the first 2 games of the day.
I think this is equally bad, if not more.
Also, Hikaru with the advantage is just such a beast because he puts pressure on the clock. He will not repeat if he gets the chance, if he gets the opportunity.
Do you go d5 or long castle?
Hikaru answers for you. Yes, he does.
No,
It
take
was
on-
somewhat clinical until just now.
I don't like d5, honestly.
He didn't need to rush. He could have castled. He could have played like pawn to g4, just sat on black's position. Fabi had no moves, but now it's a trade. And the black bishop is coming out to take a pawn with gain of time, allowing black to actually get castled.
I guess you take with the pawn, right?
Do you think he missed that? Because he suddenly slows down. You know, he rushed through d5, doesn't immediately capture, realizes the queen was hit, so he didn't have time to pick up the knight.
I think this was a kind of a serious inaccuracy.
Yeah.
Now you allow some counterplay for black. Of course, white is still better, but now there's hope for black.
At least you're a pawn up. You have something to suffer for. And here for Fabiano, he has to decide which pawn to take with.
Long castle anyways. Long castle now.
Decides to.
Oh, but you can still castle long.
Black can castle long. The king
If you
doesn't move
castle
through
long, black can still castle long. So maybe you have to play bishop b3, attack the rook.
There it is.
I will point out, though, there is one threat. If black castles long, white's queen can go to e3 and have, I was going to say a double attack until I realized there's a rook on g8. Scrap that.
Check on e6. King c7, I guess.
Oh, we heard Hikaru exhale quite strongly there. He knows it's gone a bit wrong. He's a pawn down and doesn't have as much to show for it as he wanted.
Yeah, check and long castle.
Yeah,
Very strong.
very natural to give a check.
And black can't block it with the queen because the rook is hanging on the other side of the board.
Yeah, the black king will have to move away from that. You could castle immediately for white. Black would likely copy and do the same.
Actually, it's not so easy to see how do you improve. Of course, you're better, you know that, but I don't see a killer way.
He looked at the clock there, Hikaru. He knows Fabiano just has 14 seconds. He must be tempted to start hustling a bit, start playing a bit quicker.
Right, maybe don't search for the best move, just a good enough move.
Switch up the pace, a couple of quick moves, then a stop, then a couple of quick moves. That tends to be a good idea when your opponent is low on time.
Can we do some trick like queen e6? No, rook g1, you just move the bishop. No, you cannot play for any tricks as well.
Okay, pawn to c4, hitting the black knight, very logical move.
Yeah.
The knight retreats to an outpost. Fabi's still rock solid here.
One winning move in this position.
Winning.
Well, it keeps the 1.25 advantage that you have, otherwise it goes back to zeros.
What does he need to play here?
C5.
And he doesn't.
And he doesn't. And just like that, you'll see the eval bar equalize here. So Fabi has an opening.
Ooh.
Does he see it? Can he seize it even?
Well, now he castles Fabiano. He's giving away a pawn.
Oh.
That is a big pawn.
No,
Level material.
Attacks the queen. Queen attacks the bishop.
5 seconds on the clock here for Fabi.
Oof.
Still feeling the time pressure, and this means mistakes may come into play.
Ooh, watch out, the white light squared bishop is coming. Some big
Oh,
checks. The black
check.
rook's trying to plug the holes, but this is not good enough
Oh,
for white.
bishop b6, queen a3 is coming.
White
Like
bishop's
take the rook on d4, queen a3, and it's resigns. Check
raid.
and queen
He's
a3.
doing it.
Queen a3
Slow.
resigns.
It's happening, as you say. The king moves back, and Hikaru reaches for the queen. It lands. Checkmate threatened.
Okay, it's another check.
If this is not checkmate, I don't know what is.
Rook g1, rook g8 of bishop a7 also.
Whoa, did he just come
No,
back?
whoa, 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 whoa.
Why? What?
Panic, they're playing with seconds left on their clock. And, oh, we're going to see blunders galore.
Yeah, pure panic, pure instinct here for both of these players.
Pieces are
Pieces
falling.
are flying.
Oh
For the
my
first time,
goodness,
Fabiano
checkmate.
has an opening, but he doesn't see it.
That was the checkmate.
We'll break this down a bit later, but now Hikaru is totally winning.
Fabi with 4 seconds on the clock. The rook's attacked. The queen is attacked. He's bungled it up. And that's it. It's over.
There's a mate and 10 on the board there. The handshake is extended. Wow, and the time scramble down the stretch. Both players had opportunities.
There was something that Hikaru was not happy about, and I wonder if there were some audience reactions involved because the bar was going up and down, and there was so much commotion there, on the board and off the board.
Wow, what a finish. Both players, pure panic there. It was blunders galore, but in the end, it was Fabiano making the final mistake.
Look
That's
at him.
the key.
David, he's not happy.
Now we'll try and find out what happened in that playing hall.